All right, hi you guys. So, of course, by the title, you already know what kind of video this is. So, I asked about, I think I want to say about a week and a half or 2 weeks ago on Snapchat if I did a Q&A with people actually ask me questions. And a couple people actually responded via Snapchat, email, Instagram. So, these are a combination of like all those questions. And a couple people asked multiple questions. So, I'll just like read the name. I'm not gonna say where it came from because I guess when you hear, I guess your name or whoever asked the question, then you can kind of, get where I got it from. I guess. And I'm gonna be as completely honest and open as possible because some of these questions are low key deep. So I didn't really expect that, but okay. I said ask me anything, so I don't mind. All right. So the first set of questions comes from Glam Beauty, and the first question is, what inspired you to do makeup? Okay, I don't know if you guys remember a while ago, I had told a story about how basically I grew up and my mom didn't allow me to wear makeup until I was about in ninth grade, which started with like lip gloss and lip liner, and that's as far as it went. But when I was my junior prom, I had my done makeup by my done makeup. Wait, I had my makeup done by this amazing makeup artist at Mac, and I wore a purple dress, like a lavender dress, and she did my makeup like amazing. Like I loved it and I couldn't stop looking at it. So after that, my mom let me get into like face powders and stuff like that. And then after that, the it just kind of went from there. um I really loved beauty. I really wanted to know more about it. And then I ended up going to school to be an esthetician. So I got into it even deeper. I was always kind of dabbling in makeup, though, you know what I mean? When I was little, I was like, Mom, your lipstick's cute, girl. So, I think it came from just the love of like beauty and all of those things. What is your favorite drugstore brands? Um, well, I like a lot of different drugstore brands. As you guys know, I like a deal. I like to show you guys deals when I get them. I really do like affordable brands. So I like NYX. I like, I don't know if this is considered a drugstore brand, but LA Girl. It's more, I find it more at my like beauty supply stores. Wet and Wild is really, really good. I think I started off with some Wet and Wild stuff too. I'm trying to look at my stuff and see. Yeah, those are like the three top brands. I don't want to get too much into it, but NYX, LA Girl, and Wet and Wild. Okay, what in life keeps me motivated? Well, it's a couple things. Number one, of course, is my Grammy. She was always there for me. She's always really positive force in my life. She still is in a way. She always loved unconditionally. So that's kind of where I come from. I'm like, if I can love unconditionally and give positive energy out, then and pray and keep focused and know that God is always going to work it out, I kind of have to keep telling myself that. Sometimes it is very difficult to remember that mantra in my head, but I always have to pray, prepare myself, and push forward. And that's just what I do. That's how I get through it. And of course, my mom and my friends, my loved ones, people who care about me. So the main focus is God, though. And yeah, God. Do you regret having weight loss surgery? This is kind of like yes and a no. Okay, yes, because I got extremely sick off of it. You guys know I told you guys every single detail about it. Um, I had echolalia. I had to have two surgeries. I have migraines now, which I never had before. Um, I would just get extremely sick. I randomly vomit sometimes. They don't know what's wrong. They can't pinpoint it. They're like, nothing's wrong with you internally. I've never done that before. I had the surgery. The thing is, if somebody is thinking about it, I would want them to know every single little detail. They didn't tell me that I could get echolalia. They didn't even hear, like, they didn't even know what it was when I first got the diagnosis. Some doctor even said to me, like, I don't even know what that is. Like, how do you not know? And I know. But anyway, we digress. But the no is because I did get healthier in a way, and I did gain a little back, but it's not something that I can't re-lose, But I probably would, I don't know, postpone it a little. I don't know if I would do it again. I don't know if I would do it again. It's a back and forth struggle, especially with all these new situations coming up in my life. I was perfectly healthy before I had the surgery, by the way. I didn't have achalasia, I didn't have migraines, I didn't have anything. I was perfectly fine. So I guess I hope that's the answer. I hope you understood what I'm saying. How do you continue to make videos regardless of the trolls? Okay, so my thing is, I don't know if you guys remember back in the day when I had Lonely Princess 18 channel. So one day, it was like a bunch of trolls that came to my page and were like calling me a whale, disgusting, ugly. And you guys know my story about my self-esteem. It took me a long time to get here from where I was. And I'll be damned if somebody gonna come back in and try to fuck that up. So I was showing my mom. It was actually her birthday that day. I was showing my mom, and I was like, "Mom, look at all this stuff." I was like, "I don't know. I think I'm gonna just quit YouTube, like nonchalantly." And she was like, "You know what? Fuck them. Tell them to kiss your ass and kiss it so good that their head goes up the crack of your ass and shit comes out of their nose." So I had made a video, and it was called "Killing Myself." I think that's the most views I've ever gotten on a video, but the channel's gone, so it was just really me saying fuck every troll on the internet. Really, like, people have to be so miserable with their own lives that they feel the need to come to your page and be mean and rude. And it was people who didn't have videos up, because I wouldn't and go look like, oh, let me see, maybe they got videos. No, they never have videos. They never make videos. They're always just talking shit. And they have that one, like, a cartoon anime emoji. And I'm like, girl, you're not even a real person to me. Like, what you say is invalid, sweetie. So I don't know, I guess my mom kind of helped me through that, and then after that I was good. You know what I'm saying? Like, from now on, I'm just like, somebody say something, I'll be like, but you came to my page. So anyway, though, next set of questions is from, I'm not gonna say her whole name, her name is just Jay. So the first question is, hi Paris, what was the hardest part of your moving experience? The hardest part, everything. Everything. Because it's like every single little tiny detail that you may not think about, it comes up. From just like getting the deposit, and I moved from Oakland to Stockton. So it was definitely getting the truck and getting all my stuff packed and getting it unpacked, and it was just a whole experience for it. So I mean, it's not bad, because I'm very grateful that God gave me what I have now. But it was just definitely a different experience. Can you stop? Are you satisfied with your new place? Yes, and low key no. I'm gonna tell you why the low key no. Yes, because I've never had my own place in California. And I'm very happy. Like, it's a space, and I'm not complaining. I'm so beyond grateful that I just get to wake up to me in Paris, and nobody coming in my room, or, you know, walking around, or I'm not gonna say walking around, but you know what I'm saying, in here. So the no is, so one of my neighbors, he's very vocally throaty, and Paris is just running around now. And I remember, like, the first couple days I was here, I was sitting up in the morning, because ever since I've been here, I have not slept past 5 o'clock in the morning, ever. So if it does happen, I'll be very grateful. I think it's just my body trying to get back in the routine. So anyway, back to the story. So I'm sitting there and, you know, just having a moment with myself in the morning and God. And I hear him yelling at the top of his fucking lungs, cussing out somebody on the phone. Now, I was going to let him slide, but he's done this a couple more times since. And I'm just like, sir, do you not have a vehicle, or do you not want to take a walk? Like, don't you want to take a stroll and yell at that person? Like, do you got to do it here? So that's the only part that I'm like, nah, you good. Other than that, Paris seems to be adjusting well. So I'm happy. Any tips for someone moving in the future? I'm not moving out completely, just into a college dorm room. Oh, okay. Well, I've been in a dorm, so I understand the struggle. It's about the same. But the only thing is, I lived with a couple of girls the first semester I was in college. The rest of the semesters I was there, I was by myself, because I was like, I'm the only girl. Y'all are tripping. I don't have the time for y'all energy. So if you're definitely moving in, I would say like make sure like you make your space, decorate it real cute. Do stuff that you can kind of pull off the wall, like the 3M strips and stuff. If you want to hang up pictures, I definitely wouldn't go and put a hole in the college dorm wall because I don't know if they charge for that, but I never hung up stuff, so I don't know personally. But when I was there, I'll tell you, it was a while ago. Um, I made my door a like collage. I painted it because we had like paper on our doors. I painted it and then I just stuck different stuff on there. Like I lived in Frisco at the time, so it was like Cheesecake Factory bags, Victoria's Secret bags. Like if people went to the store and they didn't want their bags, they would like come give them to me, and then I just like hung them up randomly. And then I had people sign the door. Like if you ever came to my room, I was like, oh, sign the door. So it was like a big ass yearbook, I guess. I don't know where that damn thing is, but it was a cute idea. Everybody thought it was real fucking cute, and they put me like in a newspaper because they was like, "That's really creative." I just think about random shit. It's from the Yin Gang 25. I'll just read the whole thing and then we can get into it, okay? It says, "Hey, I have a question. So I remember a while back you were talking to a guy who was a firefighter or something. You were really excited about him. Then all of a sudden you cut him off. What happened with all that? Also, are you dating or seeing or talking to anyone?" So I'll answer the first part first. He wasn't a firefighter. He did work at Safeway though. I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. It's not funny, but you know, I was a little nervous about telling you guys this because I've never talked about it on YouTube at all. Only close personal people know this story. So I was with him. Short relationship. I won't even front with that. Like I got butterflies in my stomach right now because I don't even know how to tell the story. So basically, one day I was at his house and I met his mom, and he had a twin brother. So he went in the back for a little bit and he came out like kind of crazed, like almost like something was going on. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? So I'm walking outside. At first, he was like, nothing. And I'm walking outside. He was like, oh, I just smoked crack or whatever. And I'm just like, you what? Like in my mind, I could not believe what I was hearing because I'm like, I have family members on drugs, and I refuse to be with anybody on drugs like that. You know, I just think it's a disease, and they need to get cured before they can mess with anybody else. That's just my opinion. So I'm like, what? Like, and I instantly got annoyed. I didn't yell. I didn't do none of that. So I'm walking because it was like upstairs and downstairs apartment. So I'm walking past the steps. He literally grabs me and pushes me against the wall so hard. I've never been pushed this hard in my life. I'm not even joking. He pushed me so fucking hard. Like my body like hit the wall, and I swear to God, I was breathless for like 3 seconds. I didn't even know what to do because I've never been pushed or shoved or hit. So, and then he punches the wall so hard, like literally right by my face, that he had on a bracelet. The bracelet flew off. At that moment, I was scared. I was like, yeah, it's time for me to fucking go. So at that moment, he's like, you don't understand, and blah, 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 just saying bullshit. And you guys don't know, but at this time, it was a time where I was just kind of going out a lot. I was like 24, I want to say, and my mom hadn't got sick yet. She was like just not feeling well. She hadn't been to the hospital yet. So it was a time where I was going out every night. I was out all the time. So that night I went out, and he kept trying to cuddle up on me. I was not fucking with him. I was really disgusted. I was like, I can't believe this shit. Like, he literally shoved me. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, you got to get as far away from him. So we went to the little club, and I stayed away from him, but he kept coming over to me, trying to hug me. So after that, we go home. He's blowing up my phone, texting me, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't want to see him that day because it was a Friday he did this. The Saturday, I didn't fuck with him at all. So he's like, it's so funny because he was a drummer in church. Okay. So anyway, so yeah. So that happened. It happened 2 more times. The last time, I had to get out that fucking situation. He literally threw me up against a like big ass Toyota truck, like you know the Tacomas or a Tundra. And in that process of him like throwing me, I bumped my head on the side view mirror. And the fucked up part was his friend was in the car. She didn't get out. She didn't say stop. She didn't say what's going on. She just was like looking at her phone, not paying attention. Okay, whatever. I'm 28 now. I'll be 29 in July. So I've moved on. I moved on. I refuse to go through that again. And just a side note, if anybody pushes you, that's still them hitting you. Do you understand? I don't care who they are to you, how long you've known them. That's never okay. That's never okay. And the fucked up part is my mom always told me don't ever let anybody put their hands on you. And so when she found out, she was pissed. Like, she was ready to go find him, like, that night. I literally had to stop her from getting up to go find him. So that's what happened. I never talked about it, but now you know. Are you dating or seeing or talking? No, single. I'm single. And the thing is, I'm just like, God, whenever you bring somebody into my life, I'll accept it. That's just it. Like, I'm not stressed about it. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? It would be nice to be with somebody, but I'm not exactly stressed about it. I'm just like, oh, okay, that's cool. And I love the fact that people around me are like getting married and having kids and living a great life and just kind of settling down, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it. From Rika the Wanderer. Hey, girl. So yeah. Okay, so she said, what does your dream life look like? Like the ideal way you want to live. I'm talking, where would you want to stay? Where'd you work? What car would you drive? How many kids? Everything. All right. Let's start with the first part of that. Where would I want to live? Okay. My ideal life would be great if I have a partner and we have kids and we're settled in our life. I don't know if you guys feel this way, but I like stability. I like to be stable. Hence, that's why I didn't like the process of trying to get in here, because it was an unstable process. It made me really uneasy. So I would love to live. I love San Francisco. I've loved it ever since I was a little girl. I think it's beautiful. I think it's one of the most beautiful cities ever. And Oakland's beautiful too. Don't get me wrong. I just think I love San Francisco. Like, I just love it because it's by the water, and it's just like, oh, all these beautiful tall buildings, and it's just like idealistic. But only thing is, I hate driving over there. I hate the parking because it's like everywhere you're like, you can get a ticket. So I would say San Francisco just for this question. I love San Francisco. Like, I love San Francisco so much. Okay, where'd you work? Of course, my dream work job would be me running Mia Loves Cosmetics. Think about changing the name, but right now it's Mia Loves Cosmetics, and just kind of going from there, being my own boss, doing makeup, running the business. That's exactly what I would love to do. What car would you drive? Honestly, I love my little Honda. You know what I'm saying? But if I had like a dream car, it used to be a Cadillac Escalade, but now I kind of like the Cadillac. I think it's called the CTS. It's more of the not convertible, but four-door car. Yeah, a four-door car. It's like really pretty. I like the way it's designed. I like the way it looks on the inside. So I would say a Cadillac. How many kids? The max kids I want is 3. I want twin girls and a boy. That's the max kids. I have been praying for twins since I was like 10. So God might be real funny with it and be like, here you go. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely the ideal life that I think I would live. I am Ray. Hey all. So, okay, she has 2 questions. The first question is, if you had to do your makeup with one brand forever, forever? Ever? Okay. Which one would it be? I don't know. I'm trying to think of something that's like I love. Like, I'm like, I could never live without this brand. But I'm trying to think, like, I just never live without makeup. Like, that's impossible. That's a really hard question. I guess because I'm trying to think, like, most of the brands that I like from, I was trying to be drugstore friendly, but most of the brands from the drugstore, even ColourPop, don't have my depth in foundation. And one of my favorite foundations is like Makeup Forever, the powder and the liquid. Okay, I'm gonna go with Makeup Forever right now. Which is your greatest goal in life? Have you obtained it, or what are you doing to obtain it? Okay, so my greatest goal in life is to absolutely make my mom proud and my Grammy proud. And their goal for me was to be happy. I think happiness is different for everybody. So my goal is to be happy in myself, happy in my relationship with God, happy in my own space, like in my body, um and also eventually happy in a relationship with someone else, and happy with what I do, happy what I bring to the world. I think I'm working towards that by every day just trying to be a better person. I only compete with myself, and I've said this to my friend before. I honestly don't understand how people get when they can compete with other people. What do you guys win at the end? What's the goal of that? So only person I can compete with is me, and to be a better person than I was yesterday. Um, and if I don't accomplish that, I think I just try again the next day if God, you know, grants me the next day. So I think that that is honestly the truth. That's the truth. So just to be happy with everything that I give to myself, that I give to the world. That my friends are happy with how they're being treated. That my mom is happy with how I'm treating her. That my Grammy is in heaven happy about how I'm living my life. So I think happiness is really the goal I'm trying to obtain, and it's like every day is a different struggle, of course, but I do my best to remember that some people don't have the option to wake up. So I try my best to humble myself about not being happy about certain things, if that makes sense. So, you guys, that's all the questions, okay? Thank you, everybody who sent me questions and multiple questions. I enjoyed this little Q&A. I feel like we learned a lot about each other today. I feel like we connected. We're here. Um, but honestly, yeah. So thank you guys so much for sending your questions. Thank you for taking the time to watch, and feel free to comment down below and tell me what you think about some of the questions, or answer some of the questions if you want to. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Okay. I know some people will pick Mac, but I'm over it. Okay. How about we don't? So